Nope, you do. Where? Here? And next to it. I have to move it. Yeah, there we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Miracle Minded Mondays, the first Monday in September. Wow, we are edging into that last quarter. I trust everyone has had a wonderful Labor Day weekend, and I know we did, didn't we? And guess what? You get MaD together.
Hey.
Yes. Wasn't it awesome?
We had an amazing and magnificent weekend at the summit.
Yes, absolutely. And this being Labor Day weekend, we trust you all are enjoying your holiday. So we just wanted to do a quick little sizzle cap with you of the MaD Metamorphosis Summit, and give a shout out to all of the fabulous participants that were with us this weekend. We had actually 4 really great speakers. Outstanding speakers. And we're going to invite you to just kind of explore our page, and you'll see some of the posts and participation of all of the individuals that were there at the summit, but to kind of give you a sense of and what you can be looking forward to. If you missed the summit, we'll have it available on recording in our resource library. So if you are not a member of MaD Miracles, you want to check out our membership, and you'll have access to the video in our resource library that'll be made available to you in a few more weeks after the editing, and the class will be available to you as well. So we'll be posting that here. But just a little bit of recap of the summit. Thursday, we had a wonderful silent auction and a little bit of dramatic presentation.
We did our little theater presentation,
Mother and Daughter. Yes. And so we'll have some clips of that available for you. But a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of ahas that were uncovered at the summit. So Jania, what was the aha or highlight for you that you experienced at the summit this weekend?
I would say a highlight for me was 2 things, and it had to do with really sharing MaD Miracles. My piece of, my connection to MaD Miracles in terms of the Love the You in the Mirror pledge, and just speaking on that. I felt like when I spoke, it was just coming from me.
Yes.
And then, my Imagine a Girl Who, that was the first time that I had ever even presented it out loud. Even when I wrote it, I sent it to my mom, and she read it.
It was so powerful.
And
I'm glad she sent it, because otherwise I was going to do the ugly cry, and I didn't want to do the ugly cry in public.
So it was that voice. Yes. I am more of a behind the scenes type person, which is why you all see my mom talk a little bit more, and she loves to talk more than I do too as well. But I walked away feeling like I had my voice. I had more confidence in what we were doing, my part that I play, and how I can impact the women through MaD Miracles. And I'm very thankful for that. And the feedback that I received, it was confirmation that that's what I was doing.
Absolutely.
And what about for you?
So I'm going to tell on myself.
Okay.
And you probably know this, but other people don't. This was truly an opportunity for me to be deep in the practice of the practice. It was staying focused on my attention based on the clear intention. And the clear intention was truly about bringing forth tools and practices that every one of these individuals could use to transform their lives, because we know how valuable those tools are.
Yes.
We live them, breathe them, share them. And that was my clear intention, was to make sure that the bottom line end of the day, that we delivered tools that that were practical and easy, and that people could leave with and say, wow, I have something that I can use, not just here at the summit, but that I can walk away with. Everyone, all of you who have been hanging out with us on Miracle Minded Mondays, and if you happen to be new, by the way, I'm Jazz and I'm her mother.
I'm Jania and I'm her daughter.
Yes, and MaD Miracles, we're a transformational training company. If you happen to be new, and our foundational tool that we share in all of our workshops or coaching programs is what we call the Transformula. And the Transformula is really designed for you as an individual to gain clarity in your life, in any area of your life that you want to up level, you want to enhance and grow. And for us, that formula has really helped to transform our personal relationship and really grow it to an up level, as well as our business. And we've applied it in in all areas of our life. And that transformula is clear intention plus focused attention equals divine retention. And here's the thing, and if this resonates with you, we invite you to check out these tools. But so often we may have a goal or a plan or an idea, right? And it's like, oh, I want to do this, and not quite sure about how to strategically map that out, or you get a game plan going. And then what we call the attractive distractions happen, and some not so attractive distractions. Life happens,
right?
Whether it could be a death, a breakdown in a relationship, a job change not by choice. All of these things happen. So how do we stay focused on what it is that we want to achieve? Mm-hmm. And for me, I wanted to make sure that people got the essence of that. This is a tool that's so simple that if you utilize it, it'll instantly bring you into focus. So when we talk about clear intention and what it is that you want to achieve for your life, our participants had a chance to really hammer down and weed through all of the blocks and some of the limitations of creating the life of their dreams, or creating and getting clear about what their desire is. But when the rubber meets the road and the bottom line of how do we do that, it's about what we put our attention on. And along the way in planning this, I had some of those breakdowns. I have them too. That's why I have the tools, so I can practice, and I just shared with you my clear intention. And along the way, they're the breakdowns of, well, you have a plan. We had a game plan, right? And along the way, there were some location challenges. And so working out the location, and then that happened a little bit later. And, even in terms of some speakers, we had some speaker schedule, had to do some changes there. But there are these changes because that's what happens, right? You have the detours that come, and there were our own detours that happened along the way. And I had my moments where I had to remind myself of what's your intention here,
and staying in motion.
Yes. And that's the thing is not getting stuck on just what's my intention, but focused attention. What's the next right step? And staying present to that next right step, even in the midst of some breakdowns, in waiting on some deliverables. I won't even say what those products were. You guys know who you are, right? We had just, waiting on things to come in, and some things being delayed and not being there on time, and not allowing myself to get distracted by that, but remembering what my clear intention was. And it was just a beautiful reminder of using my tools and practicing that. And by doing that, surrendering to the intention and moving forward with the attention, which is why it's so important to have a strategy. Right. It's so imperative to have those steps because in that moment of distraction, and here's how you use the formula is, what's my intention? Where's my attention? So when my attention would waver in terms of, I won't even call it an upset. It's, you make a plan, and then you've got to be flexible and adaptable for changes that come up.
Mm-hmm.
And utilizing the formula was just imperative to really stay clear and focus, not just in terms of delivering a great product or presentation, but being wholly present. And I must say that because here's the thing, and we talk about this, we're all about sharing the power of energy work and how to utilize that. And we don't get what we want, we get what we are, we get what we project. And I was just very clear that at the end of the day, I wanted to make sure that I was present, that I was wholly present with everyone and for everyone. And wow, what we got in the return was this dynamic presence of everyone that showed up and played full out. And that for me was just a beautiful takeaway. So I have to give a shout out to all of our women with wings, all of you women who just came in and played full out and emerged magnificent. My hats are off to you. They did some really deep dive work.
They did.
I was really impressed.
I really appreciate the openness and the vulnerability that everyone brought to the summit, because a lot of times people associate vulnerability with
a weakness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. There's a young lady I was speaking with, and I told her, you are so sweet, you are so loving, and you are so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And just know that even though you are a sweet person, it doesn't take away from how powerful you are.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And so I'm just, and so what, my hope is, and what I feel like with the feedback that we got was so many people, they were open. They were doing the Imagine a Girl Who, and covering their mother's story, creating their own, identifying ways to love themselves more. Right. That's very vulnerable to say, right. Ooh, I could love myself more in this capacity because I'm not, but then feel the power in, I'm willing to do the work.
Exactly.
Like what we shared the meditation, affirmation, and devotions from each of the pledge line to allow everyone to decide, what is it that I want to incorporate?
Mm-hmm.
So we walked through the gratitude one. We did a beautiful gratitude exercise, and then left everyone with, explore the book, decide. I was talking to one lady and I said, you know what? Every single day, choose a new one. There are 12 of them, repeat them afterwards.
Yes.
So you're staying present in loving you and honing that power.
Right. Exactly.
In loving yourself, in deepening that love for yourself. Yes, there are vulnerable moments, and yes, there is power in that, because you are being 100% responsible, as Sarah explained, presented, for your life, for what you want to create.
Yes. Again, as we shared a little bit earlier, we had 4 really dynamic speakers that came to present with us this weekend. And 3 of the ladies who participated or that were presenters are a part of the Canfield Success Principles, and provided some real golden nuggets with respect to 100% responsibility. We had Sarah Rufi who presented on that. And that's so powerful in terms of not just planning where we want to go and what we want to create in our life, but owning everything that we have created. So often we get stuck in the woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Right.
We start shitting on ourselves for all of the things that we didn't get done or what we wish we would have done. And it's easy to start playing the blame game. Well, if my boss hadn't fired me, if my husband or my wife didn't leave me, whoever, if mama wasn't crazy,
if my child wouldn't have.
Yes, whatever. And so we get caught in the blame game for what we didn't do. And the power of 100% responsibility, when we take 100% responsibility for the life that we've created thus far and how we've responded, that's so empowering to know, look, if I've created this, then what else?
Exactly.
What can I create going forward? And then we had Tana Thompson step in and that really followed up with that to say, now that you're taking 100% responsibility for what you have created, what do you want? What do you
Decide
want?
what you want.
And decide what you want. And that is the clear intention. Clear intention is about deciding what we want. And she was just phenomenal at presenting for us, or for our participants, the path and the steps of getting clear on how to decide what you want. And then Jeanette Paxia wrapped up in her success principles, sharing ask, ask, ask. And that's a part of the focused attention. Now that you've decided what you want, you can't go it alone. What do you ask? Who do you ask? And how do you ask? That's a part of the strategic plan. It's a part of the goal planning. So that was a part of our goal planning session. And then we had, the fabulous Dr. Mark Armstrong, who joined us from the Ahimke Wholeness Center, that touched on and really empowered every woman there in terms of how to access and maximize and utilize the feminine energy, how to really empower yourself with your feminine energy. And by the way, guys, you have feminine energy too, because the feminine energy, that is the transformative energy. So he gave some really clear points in terms of making sure that, reciprocity was a really big one, being in order, doing things in order. But it was so important for everyone to get the power that they have within and the order of how to utilize that. And that's what he was really helpful in, and doing some muscle testing around that to really show that our body's a communication device. And if we listen to our body, it will acknowledge. It doesn't even just tell us, but it will acknowledge when we are out of alignment, when we are off course. And if we listen to that, we can also listen to our body to get back on course, back on track. And that's a big portion of what we uncovered in terms of, as we develop our focused attention in our go forward plan, how do I know when I'm on the right track? And that connecting with our own truth is such a powerful tool, and we can use all aspects of ourselves. Right. Yes. So I know you're wishing, I wish I was there. Well, it's not the last, it was the first, and we have many more to come, and we have already engaged and began our plans for next year's summit. So we want to invite you to come hang out with us. You can plan ahead. You've got a whole year. We're going to be back here in Atlanta, Georgia. This is the home base for this time of year, August 6th. For next year. So it'll be a little bit earlier. We'll be earlier in the month, before the Labor Day weekend. So mark your calendars. August 6th, we'll be doing that same Thursday through Sunday weekend, and invite you to come and hang out with us, and have many other opportunities for you to participate in the MaD Miracles programs. So we want you to stay tuned. You'll be able to see some of the clips, but we wanted to come on and let you know a little bit of what's coming and what to expect. Some fabulous testimonials.
Oh, they really touched my heart.
Yeah.
That's why I said, in terms of what I walked away with, was my voice, knowing that what I was communicating was really touching people. And listening to the testimonials, I was like, thank you for the confirmation. That's how I felt that, we are impacting these lives. So then these women are walking away with strategic steps to continue to create their desired life.
Exactly. And I just want to leave you with this. If you want to gain power from your own story and find a way to rise above your story as opposed to drowning in your story, or if you're just simply looking to up level, if you want to enhance your performance in your life, I want to invite you to join us on the MaD Metamorphosis journey. There's a series of opportunities that you can participate in, from one-on-one coaching, as well as our online program. You can become a member of MaD Miracles and have access to all of this content in our resource library as a member. If you would like to enjoy the summit in the comfort of your own home, that will be made available in our resource library as a member. So you can go to madmiracles.com to gain more information about the membership and just all things MaD Miracles. Or if you have your own conference or if you happen to be a business owner or corporate leader and you're looking to up level the performance of your team and you need team building and enhancement, we invite you to reach out to us at madmiracles.com, and we'll be happy to provide some of the programs that we have that are designed specifically for business owners as well as corporate leaders to really up level your game and get everybody on the same page. It's really about enhancing our culture, making sure our culture's in alignment. Right? And how you utilize this transformula in your own company or in your own personal life to enhance your desired results. So Jania, what do you have any, I'd like for you to share a little bit, if you will. Jania. Oh my God. The Vision Book Party was just more than everything. It was so phenomenal. Matter of fact, we just finished wrapping up with our debrief meeting and talking about that and just the feedback and what people were really able to take away. So what we want you to know about this summit, so often you go to conferences, summit, we were talking about that, you leave and you're like, oh, wow, I had a great time. This was great. What do I do? And some of you, I know you've done vision books or vision boards. Most people do vision boards, but Jania has really designed a system of how to do this that is in alignment with the program. Mm-hmm. And that's what's so cool is that, now how do I take this information and these tools to create this map? And so Jania, just speak to a little bit about your vision book concept and what was some of the takeaways.
Yeah. So the way I look at a vision book is it's like a vision board with action, because, think about a vision board. I'm just going to kind of compare the difference, but think about a vision board. You are inspired by words and by pictures based on what you want for your life. And a lot of times vision boards are focused on tangible things like, I want a house, I want a car, I want a relationship, mm-hmm. Which those are great.
Right.
Those are things that we desire for our life. And we look at them and we're inspired by them. Sometimes we take action, but a lot of times it's, we're just inspired by it, and with the vision book, it's taking those as well as the type of person that you want to be, mm-hmm. And creating strategic steps with that. So just to give you an example, we can use career. Say, you want to be in a different place in your career. So you're still having fun like you would with the vision board. You may have a section dedicated in your book, which is what I did with some people. They had some great power words and pictures that were motivating them. And also they included their strategic steps. So I sat with a lot of ladies, which was fantastic. I gave the overview and then we got to sit down and say, okay, so you want to start a new career. Well, what are some steps that we could take? Mm-hmm. And what's interesting is a lot of women who I spoke with hadn't thought about it in that fashion. They just thought about it as, well, I'm just going to be inspired by the words that I'm putting or the pictures. Right. I sat with one and it was beautiful. Hers was, I want my light to shine. I said, cool. Yes. Well, what are you going to do for your mm-hmm. light to shine? Mm-hmm. And with that, she was strategic in what is she going to do as she is attracting what she desires in her life for people to experience her life. Exactly. So that's why I say it's like a vision board in action, because yes, the universe is still conspiring with you. There was one lady I spoke mm-hmm. with, and she said she did a vision board. She put it away. She looked at it later and realized a lot of things had happened. So mm-hmm. yes, that does happen mm-hmm. because of the intention that you're setting out there. But there are some areas where you need some strategic steps. I think about the video you play with Jim Carrey.
Yes.
And Jim Carrey was on Oprah and he talks about how he wrote himself a check for $10 million. He put it in his wallet. And he looked at it just like with the vision book. Yes. You can keep it in your purse, or you can, take it with you. Keep it in front of you. Yeah, take mm-hmm. it with you. If you're a guy and you have a bag, or you just put it in your car, take it to your house, wherever it is, Yes. But anyway, so he kept the check as a reminder. And he said, but I had to do action. He said, it's not like just the $10 million is going to
let me look at this check every day. And it's gonna pop.
Because he wrote the check for, what was it?
Acting services rendered.
Acting services rendered.
Yes.
So he knew that's where he wanted his financial abundance to come from. But he then took action. He said if he just sat around, he wasn't going to become this amazing actor. Mm-hmm. So if you want your career, as my mom says, to up level, you know, you want a relationship to deepen, you want to have more lightness in your life, you want to feed yourself more, what are your strategic steps? So it was so beautiful connecting with everyone while we were doing the Vision Book Party, because they had a lot of aha moments of, oh, well, these are steps that I'm going to take. So then I make sure that I can acquire this. It's like when I say, like from the Bible where it says faith without works is dead, you can create a vision board. You can have the faith that it's going to happen, but then where's the work? And that's why I like to incorporate the books and have all types of books. So I really encourage you. We're going to start a whole series.
Yes.
On vision books, vision book parties, which will be coupled with a workshop that my mom will facilitate that will help you identify, you know, what you need to outline to prepare yourself for the vision books. But we want to stay connected.
It's a visual action plan for the formula.
Yeah.
That's just really what it is. Because as I'm hearing you speak, it's so many vision boards. What people do, and this is just what we're focused on, is getting clear about what we want. Right? We set this clear intention and we keep the vision. This is what I want. But then there's not the strategy, there's not the focused attention. And that's what's so awesome about your vision book, is that it really helps people design, if this is what I want, then what do I need to focus on to get that? What do I need to focus on to take that next level step? So it combines the visual, because we're visual beings. And it just combines that. That's so awesome about that.
Mm-hmm. So like I was saying, is we're going to create like it's a series, and you know, we'll have some more information out there, but we would really love for you guys to look into it and to join us, because it is putting action to what keeps you up at night. You know, when you wake up in the morning, what's on your mind throughout the day that you want, and maybe sometimes you're not exactly sure what your steps are. So we're going to share the formula. We're going to share some additional tools to get you there. So look for that, because we will be starting these vision book seminars, you know, workshops very soon.
Yes. So keep hanging out with us here on Miracle Minded Mondays. We will keep you updated and posted on, and you know what? You might even have an opportunity to host your own vision book party and zoom in with us as we go live and guide you through the steps. Janina is going to take you through all of the strategic steps. And so you can be a host yourself and earn some MaD bucks and all kind of good things ahead. So stay tuned for MaD Miracles, and catch us on Miracle Minded Mondays here for all of the updates. And takeaway that we would just like to leave with you. Here we are at the beginning of September, and this is Labor Day. My question is, what's your labor of love? And as you labor, are you being loved in that, or are you just laboring? Because if you're just laboring and not laboring in love, then the labor is in vain. It doesn't return the favor. When you put love in, that's exactly what you get out. And I want you to begin to think about that. Are you putting love into your labor, and is there labor in your love? That's your magnificent miracle-minded thought to contemplate for this first week of September. And we are on our way to springboard into 2019. And are you prepared to go forth to 2019 with a clear intention? Do you want 2019 to look like 2018, or do you want to up-level that vision? We want to get you prepared. We want to get you prepared for what's before you while you stand powerful in the presence of what is present. So we will meet you back here next Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time and 8 p.m. Central Time at Miracle Minded Mondays. And again, what's your labor of love? We'd like to hear your feedback. Post it on MaD Miracles fan page. Let us know, what are you laboring? And then what would you like to up level? What is your vision for yourself? We'll be looking out for you as you continue to look with us. We want to thank all of our MaD Miracles family for hanging out with us. We look forward to seeing you on the next Miracle Minded Monday and wish you all a magnificent evening and blessings to all and to all. Good night.